You know, it'll say in the script, and Danny scores, he puts the ball in the top corner. So it's like, now we have to score that exact goal. And if it takes us 17 takes to do that, it takes us 17 takes to do that. And we're all there with each other, out there in the cold, in the rain and snow, waiting to make it happen.
It's good to see you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Lisa.
Nice to meet you.
The泰德拉索welcome wagon has arrived.
Ted!
First of all, I would like to have both of you to introduce this show in short for the fans who haven't seen the first season.
I would say that you should watch Ted Lasso because it's not what you would expect it to be, and it will take you on an adventure that you will be grateful you went on at the end of it because it will constantly surprise you.
And how about Fred? I mean, you are also the writer for it. It's amazing.
Thanks. Well, as one of the writers, I still don't really know the short way to pitch it, but I would say watch it because it is about a stranger coming to a strange land, affecting change around him for the better. Watch the show, it will make you happy.
Just having both of you to introduce your character in short.
My character is Danny Rojas. He's a Mexican football player. He plays in the AFC Richmond in the Premier League. He's a charismatic, positive man who believes football is the best thing in the universe. Only with his heart.
So yeah, Sam is a young footballer who's just come to England from Nigeria. He's a right back, so he's a defender, and he's just a really heartwarming, kind young man who's figuring himself out in this new country with this new team, and yeah, learning to joining and be a part of this Greyhound family.
Well, I think it's a really good match. I mean, he's age appropriate, financially appropriate, he's not shy.
I love that about him.
Totally.
Fucking hell.
And Brett, I know you also introduced yourself to the producer in the first place to take the role of Roy. Did you write the story for yourself, and is there any personal story behind it?
We'd written it as a team before I suggested myself for the part. It's just that as we were writing it, I was thinking more and more, man, I really get Roy. I really think I could do Roy. I really understood him. In terms of, is it personal to me? I mean, sure. I think there's huge parts of Roy that are within me, and it is I'm very lucky that I have this sort of therapy to be able to play Roy to get those things out of me.
And also, Juno, you tried something for the first time also, because this is the first comedy debut for you, right? Because you usually take some darker role.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable, I guess, in a darker place for sure. But I think that the joy of being a part of this show is that the family that's been created and the trust level that's there is that actually, if I really think about it, I'm not scared to talk about any kind of darkness that I would maybe want to play, channeling some different characters. But also I think Keely is very human and has different battles going on that might be darker that the audiences don't see or whatever. But I think being a part of a show that has got this comic brilliance to it, but it's also incredibly human. And that is where I feel I'm not a stranger in it. And I think when it came to funny moments that I have an extraordinary cast that helped me with my fear and panic of trying to be funny.
Juno always says she's not funny and she didn't know how to do comedy. She was so good from day one, and in fact, Keely, we changed the writing of Keely to fit Juno more because she was so naturally funny. We were like, she's funnier than what we've written here, so we need to adapt it more to her.
You just made me talk faster.
Yeah.
So Juno, you should try more comedy. I mean, for kids. Yeah.
What's Ted doing?
Probably homesick. Closest thing he can find to a Dodge Ram.
And I actually learned that Crystal is a real former player in your real life. So what draws you to the acting career?
Yes, I used to play professionally and back home when I was younger. I started playing when I was 15. And then injuries happened like any other guy who didn't make it to the first division. I am very grateful and lucky. My parents told me intelligently to study something, and I studied communication, and that was my first time I felt passionate about something else in my life. I felt passionate about films and acting. And as soon as I got passionate about it, went to the UK and started my master in acting. And that's where I pushed and looked for opportunities. And I'm so grateful to be now in Ted Lasso, where all the things I love in life are together.
Right. And how about Toho? Did you receive any training for this? And also, I'm very curious, playing football on screen versus playing football on field. Is it different or the same?
So, I wasn't a sports star like Christo was. Football was my first sport, so I played football in school and stuff. And so when this opportunity came around, I was like, I can play some football. I then met people like Christo who could actually play football, and that was a very humbling moment for me, But yeah, no, football on the field and football in real life is pretty much the exact same thing. We're out there running around doing all our own stunts, Christo especially, and so yeah, it's great, it's fun. You just get to kick a ball around, tell some jokes with some friends.
But making it on the screen, do you have to repeat it again and again, and maybe it's...
Oh, yeah, that stuff, absolutely.
Difficult?
Yeah, because, there are certain things, it will say in the script, and Danny scores, he puts the ball in the top corner. So it's like, now we have to score that exact goal. And if it takes us 17 takes to do that, it takes us 17 takes to do that. And we're all there with each other, out there in the cold, in the rain, and snow, waiting to make it happen. So yeah, I think Christo and Phil, who plays Jamie Tart, have had it the worst. Phil's had to score bicycle kicks. Christo has to hit the crossbar or do some, really weird stuff. So I've been lucky in that department.
别忘了订阅我们的频道，打开小铃铛就不会错过任何精彩内容，随时上架。我们下回再见。